Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the head apostles, bishops, elders, a great millstone, and shalom to brothers in the highways and byways, doing the works sincerely and faithfully, and continually fighting the good fight of faith, Lord willing, we have found that number to be delivered. All right. So I'm gonna start off with a video with Donald Trump in his agenda. All right. It says Trump allows immigration officials to revoke legal status of some migrants. All right. You know, this could be the start of the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, because these Jakes who are getting rounded up, and mind you, it's only Jakes at this point. They're getting rounded up, and they're going to start to face this time of trouble, man. And even for an individual who's here that has legal status, for that to be revoked, clearly this devil is about to be like a madman. All right, so let's play a quick clip of this.
The White House says President Trump's promised mass deportation operation is now underway. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt posted these photos on X, saying, quote, deportation flights have begun. The images show a line of men all in handcuffs being walked onto a military plane. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, says it arrested more than 500 undocumented immigrants who were in the country illegally on Thursday. CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya Galvez joins me now. Camilo, you also have new reporting about the Trump administration.
And how considerate of them to walk around, or inconsiderate to walk around and to speak about these Israelites as being immigrants, as if, you know, they have no part of this land. This is their land, man. You devils came over here, man. And now you want to set up this big, operation to make it seem like the so-called Native Americans and so-called Mexicans are illegal. And this is why the Lord got to come back, man. This is why the Lord got to come back and start whooping some ass out here. Just the sound of that term, illegal. Awful, man.
Giving authorities permission to revoke some migrants' legal status. What can you tell us?
That's right, Lindsay. For context, under the Biden administration, the U.S. offered hundreds of thousands of immigrants a chance to come here legally under temporary programs that were designed to reduce illegal immigration at the U.S.-Mexico border. The Biden administration's argument at the time, Lindsay, was that if you offered would-be migrants legal channels to come to the U.S., they would take those channels and wait for that opportunity instead of crossing the U.S.-Mexico border illegally and potentially risking their lives. But now the Trump administration is moving very quickly to terminate those programs and now has issued guidance, we have learned, to U.S. Customs and Border Protection and other federal agencies that will allow them to target these migrants who technically are here legally for deportation. What does that mean? Well, these migrants could face that deportation, but also they could face a lapse in their status that will make them undocumented and will create an unlawful presence for them here in the U.S.
These terms, undocumented, like they're some type of animal, man. May Yahweh Yahweh Shai render just judgment upon you devils' heads, man. May the Lord do that. All right? So again, I'm not going to play too much more of this because this is just the going sentiment. These devils is going from state to state, city to city, town to town, and rounding up anybody. And now they're going as far as telling people, even with your illegal status, you're going to get deported. It's all funny games, right? It's all funny games. Now you niggas is going to start seeing. Now you're going to start seeing what the Lord's going to let these devils do. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Now, how unrighteous it is for a man to put in executive order that if somebody's in this country legally and has legal documentation, to turn around and say, we don't give a damn about your legal documentation. You getting shipped out of here. All right? And the majority of these Israelites, the majority of them are working, got families, got homes, staying on top of, their daily things. And when you go to some of these videos and look at the comments, it's all littered with these crackers. Get them out of here, send them back, about time, clean up the streets. You devils are the worst, man. You're the most vilest individuals on the planet. All right? But what they don't know is that these people whom they're rounding up are Israelites. All right? And what they don't understand is that there's a power, all right, that's on their side. So Esau's going to find out real soon as well, man. 1 Peter 5:8, it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And this is the time we're in as well. They're walking about, seeking whom they may devour. Going into businesses, private establishments, going into homes. And now they're going as far as, if you go into somebody's home and, you caught up in there, you're going to get hemmed up too. All right? So the world is shifting, man. The world is shifting into that second gear, that sixth gear, that high gear, where now Esau's about to really start putting it on, man. Putting the pedal to the metal, as they say. All this shit is going to start happening at a supersonic high rate, man. And again, it just solidifies the fact that we're getting closer and closer to getting the hell out of here. All right? So again, you got to be sober and you got to be vigilant, especially if you're of the Latin descent, man. Because they're coming for you. And clearly they're making it known it doesn't matter what you do, what you have going on, how much family you got here, how long you've been here, how much you've contributed to this awful place called America. They ain't gonna give a damn about any of that, man. Put you on one of them big, military aircraft and ship your ass on out of here. And that's exactly what they're doing. All right. Sirach 27 and 29. It says, they that rejoice at the fall of the righteous shall be taken in a snare. All right. They that rejoice at the fall of the righteous. And what do you have going on? You got all these crackers in Babylon having a grand old time, man. I'm telling you, they're living right now and feeling at an all-time high. Okay? Because of the shit that's going on. The comments that are being made. The skits that are being put up. The memes that are being done. Okay? It says, in anguish shall consume them before they die. But the Lord's going to give them exactly what they want. The power to destroy the children of Israel. That's the power that the Lord's going to give them. Why do you think it's written? The adversary, the devil, is going to come down having great wrath. Why do you think that's written, man? Having great wrath. Because the Lord's going to sanction it. All right? And it's going to come down upon you Israelites. All these individuals that are in this country, the Portuguese, the Italians, all these individuals don't have a goddamn thing to worry about. Because they are also considered to be Edomites. You see? So the rounding up of the people and the immigrants, it's the rounding up of the children of Israel. The so-called Negro, West Indian, Puerto Ricans, and Native Americans. That's who's being rounded up. Nobody's talking about it though. But we're going to tell you about it. We're going to tell you about it. They rounded up the children of Israel, pursuant to what the Lord said about these individuals having to go through a time period where their life is going to hang in the balance. And if not hanging in the balance, their life is going to be taken from them. All right? But this is that time. This is that time. Obadiah 1:10, it says, for the violence against thy brother Jacob. All right? I mean, this is going to be an actual lynching squad. All right? It's going to be going back to the mob. Now the mob used to look for Jake, going and just burn down houses, tearing up shit. Now here it is 2025. They're doing the same exact thing. But now they're being more cautious because there's cell phones all over the world right now. There's cameras all over the world. So they conduct themselves in a certain manner. But I'm sure when the so-called EMP takes place and they do, these blackouts, these rolling blackouts, once this shit goes offline, it may not come back online, man. And they very well may do it just that, in that fashion. Knock everything offline, and then when shit return back on, there's all types of shit missing. Internet access, VPN access, being able to log on to your computer. All these things are going to be gone and lost, man. But for the most part, we're about to see Donald Trump put his money where his mouth is, man. He's gonna make do on the words that he spoke. And as he started out, what did he say? It's going to be the largest mass deportation program in history. All right? They rounded up 500 plus people in one day. Had them on a plane ready to ship them back to wherever they came from. All right? So this thing that we're embarking upon, don't think it's strange. And don't be all surprised when they start showing more and more of these damn things, these damn planes taking off with Jacob in them, these damn ICE agents going around from state to state, city to city, ripping people out of their homes and jobs. That's one thing I don't understand about these devils, man. They're sitting there talking about, people aren't working enough. Well, shit, Issachar, they're the hardest working people on the planet. Okay? So know that of a surety, man. These devils don't like Jake being in their neighborhoods. They don't want Jake being in their schools. They don't want Jake being in their work environments. All right? But when they start round these Israelites up, the ones that work the fields, the ones that clean the rooms and clean the bathrooms, all right? The ones that are in the hospital doing all these cleaning jobs. That shit is going. When they start ripping people out of these jobs and these jobs become vacant, you crackers ain't gonna be dashing to the damn job to get the application. You just want Jake out your hair, man. But the time is coming. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what the real deal is. But this is why the scripture says we got to be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. All right? It's going to get a lot worse out here. But we, of the hopeful elect, we're going to be patient. And may Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai protect us in those times. All right? So right now, the Israelites are being made a spectacle unto the world. And so much joy has been ringing out in the mouths of the people here. They're excited that these deportation measures are starting to be put in place. They're excited that ICE agents are all going to different establishments, pulling people out in handcuffs. That's all right. We're going to wait and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's what we're going to do. All right? Whether you believe it or not, we're going to see that the Lord's going to make do on his word. All right, let me finish this out.
And make them deportable. So it is a pretty seismic shift in policy, and it could affect as many as 1.5 million migrants who were able to come here under these legal immigration programs. They include that phone app that the Biden administration set up to allow people in Mexico to be processed in an orderly and legal way at the border, and then also another initiative that allowed people from Venezuela, Cuba, Haiti, and Nicaragua, Lindsay, to come here if they had American sponsors.
Camila, what can you tell us about these repatriation flights?
Well, we know the Trump administration is promising, of course, to carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. They had been deporting hundreds of people per week, which is not out of the ordinary compared to what the Biden administration was doing when it was in power. It was also deporting hundreds of people per week, mostly at the U.S.-Mexico border. But obviously, these deportations are now highly visible, and they are also now using Department of Defense military aircraft to carry out some of these deportations. We saw 2 military flights to the country of Guatemala deporting people from that country, who were crossing into the U.S. illegally. So it is a show of force by the Trump administration, and they are sharing these striking images to highlight that they are starting aggressively on this immigration crackdown. Lindsay?
There was also a raid in Newark, New Jersey that Mayor Ras Baraka has condemned. What can you tell us about that?
Well, local officials in Newark, New Jersey are saying that yesterday...
You really get the gist of it, man. It's about to start getting ugly out here. It's about starting to get real out here. And you jakes who think you're comfortable here in America, who think because you ain't of the illegal undocumented stock, you are Israelite. That's what it boils down to. You are an Israelite. So you better be prepared, because these devils can run up on you too. Snatch your ass up, lump you in the lump, send you off in some goddamn container truck to some goddamn prison camp. You remember 12 Years a Slave, right? He got caught up damn near in the same manner and thought that it was all just a misunderstanding until 12 years later. You Jake's gonna be in that same position. Oh, it's just a misunderstanding. When we get to the precinct, they're gonna let us go. Bullshit. They ain't letting nobody go. And they may not let you even get away with your life, man. Alright? So Lord willing, I'm gonna see y'all brothers in another one. I'm gonna say shalom for now.